Small talk is often dismissed as trivial or shallow, but mastering it can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. Knowing how to engage people with seemingly simple conversations helps build rapport, make friends, and open doors to opportunities. This guide covers techniques for mastering small talk, from finding common ground to making people feel valued in conversations. Let's dive into the art of small talk and how it can enrich your social interactions. 1. The importance of small talk in building relationships. Small talk serves as a bridge between strangers and connections. It helps to break the ice. Small talk creates a comfortable atmosphere, reducing the awkwardness that often accompanies meeting new people. Show genuine interest. Engaging in small talk shows others that you're interested in connecting, which lays the groundwork for future conversations. Establish trust. By engaging in light conversation, you create a safe space where others feel comfortable opening up. Lead to deeper conversations. Successful small talk can transition into meaningful discussions that build stronger relationships over time. Imagine meeting someone at a networking event. Without small talk, the conversation could feel abrupt and uncomfortable. However, a little light conversation about shared interests or observations can set a positive tone, making everyone feel at ease. 2. How to start a conversation. Effective openers. The hardest part of small talk is often the beginning. Here are some techniques to help you start a conversation smoothly. Comment on your shared environment. If you're at an event, comment on the venue, speaker, or refreshments. This event has a great vibe is a neutral yet relatable way to initiate conversation. Ask open-ended questions. Questions like how do you know the host, or what brings you here today? Invite the other person to share more than a simple yes or no response. Use compliments. People appreciate compliments as long as they're genuine. Noticing something specific, like their choice of outfit or an accessory, can be a great icebreaker. Make an observation. Notice something light and friendly in your surroundings. For example, I never expected this many people to show up. By choosing openers that are easy to respond to, you'll create an inviting atmosphere, making others more likely to engage. 3. Keeping the conversation flowing. Techniques to avoid awkward silences. Once the conversation has started, it's essential to keep it engaging. Here's how to avoid those dreaded awkward pauses. Use follow-up questions. If they mention they're interested in something, ask questions about it. For example, if they say they love hiking, ask, "What's your favorite trail?" This shows you're interested in their experiences. Echoing. Repeat or rephrase part of what they said to show you're actively listening. If they mention a recent trip, respond with something like, "Oh, you went to Italy? That must have been amazing. Share your own stories." Balancing the conversation means contributing your own thoughts and experiences. After they share something related to a similar experience of yours, use humor when appropriate. A little humor can make the conversation enjoyable. Light jokes or amusing observations can help everyone feel more at ease. Mastering these techniques will help conversations flow naturally, keeping both you and the other person interested. 4. Building connections. By finding common ground, people feel more connected when they discover common interests or experiences. Here's how to find common ground naturally. Listen for clues. Pay attention to details they mention, like hobbies, places they visited, or their line of work. These can be launching points for shared interests. Ask about their passions. A person's hobbies and passions reveal a lot about them and make for engaging conversation topics. For instance, ask, "What do you enjoy doing outside of work?" Relate to their experiences. When someone talks about an experience, try to find an aspect of it that you can relate to, even if it's a different topic. For example, if they mention learning a new skill, share a similar story about something you learned. Ask for recommendations. People love sharing recommendations, whether it's for books, movies, or restaurants. If they mention a favorite movie, you could ask, "Do you have any other movie recommendations?" Finding common ground builds a sense of familiarity, making small talk feel more like a friendly exchange than just a superficial conversation. 5. The power of active listening and showing genuine interest. Active listening is one of the most valuable skills in small talk. It's not just about hearing words, but about making the other person feel understood and valued. Make eye contact. Looking at the person while they speak signals that you're paying attention, which encourages them to keep talking. Avoid interrupting. Allow them to finish their thoughts before you respond. Interrupting can make them feel rushed or unimportant. Give verbal and nonverbal feedback. Small gestures, like nodding or saying "I see" or "interesting," show that you're engaged. Acknowledge their emotions. If they seem enthusiastic or passionate, mirror their energy. If they share something challenging, respond with empathy. When people feel genuinely heard, they're more likely to open up and enjoy talking with you, which can lead to meaningful connections. 6. Ending the conversation gracefully. Knowing how to end a conversation is just as important as starting one. Here's how to wrap things up smoothly. Summarize the conversation. Mention something positive from the conversation, such as, "It was great hearing about your recent trip." Express interest in future interactions. If you'd like to stay in touch, say, "It would be great to connect again," or "I'd love to keep in touch if you're open to it." Politely excuse yourself. If it's time to move on, you can say, "I need to check in with a few others, but it was wonderful talking with you." Exchange contact information if appropriate. Offer to exchange contact details if you think you'd benefit from staying in touch. By closing the conversation positively, you leave a lasting impression and keep the door open for future interactions. 7. Practicing small talk to build confidence. Like any skill, small talk improves with practice. Here's how you can build confidence. Start small. Practice with people you encounter in daily life, like baristas or neighbors. Starting small helps you become more comfortable. Attend social events. Social gatherings are great places to practice small talk, as they naturally invite mingling and light conversation. Challenge yourself. Set goals to start a conversation with at least one new person per day. Over time, your confidence will increase. Reflect on conversations. After an interaction, consider what went well and where you could improve. This reflection helps you refine your skills. The more you practice, the more natural and comfortable small talk will become. 8. Knowing when small talk isn't appropriate. There are times when small talk might not be the best approach. Here's when to avoid it. In serious or emotional situations, small talk can feel out of place in situations requiring empathy or gravity, like funerals or serious discussions. When someone seems disinterested, watch for nonverbal cues. If someone seems uninterested or distracted, it's best not to press further. At work during busy periods, sometimes it's better to keep interactions brief if someone is under time pressure or working on a task. Respecting these boundaries shows emotional intelligence and prevents you from coming across as inappropriate or tone-deaf. 9. The positive effects of mastering small talk. Learning small talk can have a transformative impact on your social life. Increase social confidence. As your skills improve, you'll feel more confident in various social settings, from casual gatherings to networking events. Expanded network. Small talk can lead to professional connections, new friendships, and valuable acquaintanceships. Better first impressions. People tend to appreciate friendly, approachable individuals who make an effort to engage in conversation. By refining your small talk skills, you'll likely find yourself in more fulfilling social situations, paving the way for lasting connections. Mastering the art of small talk may seem challenging at first, but it's an invaluable skill that can significantly improve your social life and relationships. Let me know if you'd like additional details, or if you're ready for the next topic.